Hey YouTube, it's Jonathan and welcome to my first Halloween video of 2015. I'm so excited to be filming Halloween videos again. I love Halloween because I love dressing up. I love all of the decorations and the spooky, scary things that come out. I'm going to be doing a few different tutorials this month on Halloween looks. This first one is going to be for a Masquerade Ball look. Of course, you're going to want to adjust this depending on the mask and the outfit that you are choosing. The mask that I'm going to be working around today is this skull lace gold mask that I picked up from Target for about $20. There are other versions of this same mask out there online in black and silver and other colors as well, but I saw this gold one at Target and I thought it would be perfect to kick off my Halloween looks because I'm going to be doing a dark black smoky eye and a red lip and then pairing that with this, and then we're going to talk about some outfit ideas at the end. So I'm starting with super moisturized skin because I'm going to be using a matte foundation and a heck ton of powder. I really want super long lasting matte skin because I'm going to be wearing that mask over my face and I don't want it to kind of get all over everything. The foundation that I'm choosing comes from Rimmel. This is their Stay Matte foundation in the shade 103 True Ivory, and I'm really going to be pressing that into the skin with this flat foundation brush. I really want this to be as full coverage as possible and as matte as possible. Once that foundation is all pressed into place, I'm going to be using the lightest shade of concealer that I own, and this is shade 2 from NYX in their concealer wand, and I'm going to be placing this just under my eyes. And then I'm going to use the same brush just to press that into place. And while I'm still working with cream products, I'm going to go ahead and start warming up my complexion with a little bit of my L'Oreal concealer stick, what do you call it? True Match Concealer Crayon in W678. And I'm just putting that on the tops of my cheekbones. Kind of sculpturally, but not really. This isn't a true contour. I'm going to be using a contour color in a few minutes. And then I'm just going to blend that in with the same brush. And now to make sure none of that moves, I'm going to be using my Airspun powder from Coty. And I am going to be putting this all over my face. And I'm going to be baking the under eye area. Because I really want that to stand out and stay really well. So I'm just using my dry beauty blender and pressing that onto the under eye area, and then I'm going to use a brush to apply it everywhere else. Oh, what the heck. I'm just going to use my beauty blender and stamp this into my skin everywhere. Okay, once I've got the powder all over my face, I am then going to sweep it off of everywhere, except for the under eye area. I'm going to leave that for a few minutes. While that powder is still setting under my eyes, I'm going to move on to the NYX Taupe Blush, and I'm going to be using this to kind of sculpt out my face just a little bit with my Duo Fiber brush from Real Techniques. You all know I love this brush. I like to keep this soft. I'm going to be wearing the mask, so you're not really going to see too much contour anyways, but this is just in case I end up taking the mask off. My skin won't be as, flat and white. And to the lower part of my cheeks, I'm just going to be enhancing that with a little bit of a cool toned blush. This one is called Crush from Studio Gear. I don't know if this still exists, but there are plenty of cool toned shades that would work beautifully here. I'm not putting that on the apple of my cheek. I'm keeping it kind of right into that contour shade. And now that that powder has had quite a bit of time to sit under the eyes, I'm just going to sweep it all away with my bronzer brush from earlier. And since I super powdered that skin, it's truly not going to go anywhere all night. Now onto my eyes, this is the fun part. We're going to be doing a super dark black smoky eye. I'm choosing to do a black smoky eye because my mask is gold with black ribbons. If you're wearing a black mask, you might want to do something a little bit lighter on the eye with a more intense lash line rather than fully black on your eye because it will kind of get lost in the shadow of the mask. But for me, since my mask is gold, this makes the most sense. So I'm going to be using a chubby stick, what are you called? Rimmel Scandal Eyes eyeshadow crayon in the shade black, and I'm going to be taking this all the way across my whole mobile lid. And I'm going to use a Real Techniques base shadow brush to blend that edge out and kind of press it into place. Don't worry if this is messy. We're going to go in and do some crease colors in a few minutes. But I really want to get this black base on so that it can be as dark and inky as possible on the lid. And then if you need to reapply just at the lash line to make it deeper, go ahead and do that now. And I'm going to go ahead and repeat this on the other eye. Then I'm going to repeat the same steps to the lower lash line, really working it into the lashes but not onto the waterline, and using that little brush to blend all the way across. Once your eyes look a little bit like this, we're going to move on to a bit of actual powdered shadows. I'm going to be working with my full exposure palette from Smashbox today, grabbing some of these warmer shades over here to blend out the crease to make it look a little bit less terrifying. And I am just going to sweep those across to blend out. Using these brown tones in the crease really helps to soften it, and it helps it be a little bit less like of a stark difference between your skin tone and the shadow. It helps it to blend, I guess, a little bit more naturally as a black eyeshadow can blend into the skin. And I'm doing this on the bottom as well, keeping it pretty messy and blendy. I don't want this to be any sort of perfect. I want it to be grungy and messy and look like I've had it on my eyes for years. Now over top of the main portion of the lid, I'm grabbing the black shade from my full exposure palette and really pressing it in at the lash line, and then kind of fading it into the other colors as it goes up. This is just a much more intense, kind of dramatic version of the classic black smoky eye that I did a few months back. So if you want to see a more wearable version of that, check that video out. Wow, like 10th grade me would have really loved this makeup. Now I'm gonna move on to yet another black eyeshadow. This is from CK1, it's called Fearless. This is a black eyeshadow with gold glitter in it. I'm going to be pressing this very firmly over the main portion of the lid. I love this because it just adds that touch of shine across the lid, and the gold glitter is really pretty, especially because that mask is gold as well. And I'm going to blend the edge out with my MAC 217. And I think it just adds something extra special to the lid. I'm also going to be placing this on the lower lash line. And that's the shadow pretty much done. I'm going to move on to my eyebrows for a second because I just realized that I skipped them, and I really probably would have actually done them before the eyes, but they're going to be under the mask anyways. You're not going to see my brows too much, so I'm going to be using my NYX brow pencil in the shade Taupe just to lightly shape them and make them look a little bit more perfected. Again, every step of this can be suited to the different mask that you're choosing. If you're choosing a mask that is a color, you can go ahead and play with that color in the eye look as well. If you're choosing a mask that is black, you probably want to do something a little bit less dramatic on the whole lid, maybe a brighter color on the lid with just black at the lash line, because you do tend to lose the eye if you're wearing a black mask with a black smoky eye. So again, just suit this to match whatever mask you are choosing. Now back to the eyes, I'm gonna go back in just at the lash line with some ultra black eyeliner. This one is from Bare Minerals, just to make sure there's no gaps at all. I don't wanna see any skin between my lashes. I want it to be as dark as possible, but I'm keeping the lower waterline completely free. Now I'm gonna curl my lashes and get a little bit of mascara on them. You can go ahead and apply fake lashes, but I think mine, if I wore fake lashes, would hit the mask, so I'm not going to. But if you have like a wider eye space in your mask, go ahead and apply some false lashes. Now onto lips, I'm gonna be doing a matte red lip. This is a brick red color from NARS called Cruella, and I'm just going to be applying that to my lip. I should probably not talk while I do it. Again, the lip that you choose is ultra personal as well. If your mask is a certain color and red doesn't go with it, obviously you don't have to choose red. I think red is just gonna be really amazing with that gold, and I am choosing a matte because I don't want it to come off on the mask. And this is the makeup look all done. I absolutely love this. I think it is so gorgeous for Halloween, especially for a masquerade type ball. If you take your mask off, you're not gonna look completely undone. I think that this look looks beautiful by itself, but the mask is just gonna kind of set it off. So with my mask, it looks a little bit something like this. Again, I got this mask at Target. I replaced the elastic with a black ribbon because I thought it would be a little bit prettier, and I'm pairing it with a black shirt. This would be so gorgeous, especially this style of mask, if you're wearing like a black dress or a colored dress that gold goes with. or if you're a guy and you're gonna wear like a black, I'm wearing a black dress shirt, but a black suit or a tuxedo would look so great for a masquerade type ball. If you're going to more of a fancy Halloween party, Venetian masks are also beautiful, but the way I plan to wear this is with my black dress clothes because I wear all black to work, so I'm gonna see if I can get away with wearing this during the week of Halloween at work. But yeah, I absolutely love this look. I think it looks beautiful for Halloween or any sort of festive occasion. And of course, you don't have to wear this with a mask. You could wear it on its own. It would be a great look for a witch or for any kind of spooky look. I think that it's a classic black smoky eye with a red lip. It pretty much would work for anything. But yeah, so I hope you all like this start to my Halloween series. If you did, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below if you have any suggestions for any other looks that you want to see. While you're down there, check out my description box to see all of my social media links. You can check me out on Facebook, you can check me out on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, all at JonJonTalks. You can also click on my face right now to subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed and you want to be here to see the rest of my Halloween looks. And I'll see you all next time. Bye!
I don't know. It's okay. We'll come back. So there's.
I love this video. Subscribe.
There's another holiday today that really speaks to you.
Oh.